Thank you for coming back. It's not the class not going to take long because we are on the last point. So we are going to be looking at free Spain. What? No, it. We are going to be looking at the free Spain. So let me share my spreadsheet. All right, good. So we are going to be looking at the free Spain. The free Spain enables you to lock, a section of your sheet. Use this for more especially for cases where maybe you are doing some comparison and probably the first column or the first two columns are very important. You need those columns to stay fixed while other columns, are flexible to move on the horizontal scroll bar. Okay, or you need some columns on the header to remain fixed while you scroll up looking at values. Okay, so that's what the free Spain does. For example, look at this. Can you all see my spreadsheet? I hope so. If you are not seeing it, just say it now so that I can reshare it. Okay, right, good. So now look at my spreadsheet. It has a header. If I scroll down, take note what happens. I can't see the header again. Peradventure, I'm doing some analytics, some search and etc. Especially those in the HR, sales department and etc. You need to know how to use the free Spain. Now I'm not seeing the header, but I need to see that header so I won't mix values. I won't mix values or mix information. So I want the header to remain fixed. I want the header to remain fixed. I want the header to remain fixed. Now, if I want the header to remain fixed, what I will do is to free Spain. You go to use the free Spain, go to review. Okay, go to view. To use the free Spain, go to view, click on view. You can see free Spain there, but before you touch the free Spain, you must click your cursor where you want it to stay fixed. Okay, so if I want to hold this column, I will click on A2. If I want to hold it vertically, this is for now, I want to hold it vertically and horizontally, I will click on B2. So depending on what you want. Okay, so if I go to the free Spain and I click on free Spain, I have free Spain. You can see some text written underneath to explain and guide you what you actually want to do. Say keeps row and columns visible, that is vertical and horizontal. The rest of the worksheet scrolls based on current selection. So if I take this, it will select both horizontal, the columns, and vertical, the rows. That is why I had put my cursor on B2, because I want to freeze column A and freeze row 1. Okay, so if I click here, now let me try to scroll down. Can you see the header is fixed? The header is fixed, and this helped me appreciate what I am doing, especially when you are dealing with large data. I have freeze the column. Similarly, let's give a try to the horizontal, to the horizontal scroll bar. So I come and click on the horizontal scroll bar. Can you see it? Column A is fixed. So in a case where you are working on a sheet that has names of persons, for example, here we have salesperson. Here we have salesperson, but the salesperson column is too far away. Had it been it was on column A, then I would just freeze that column. So we're just using date. What's important is I need you to know how to initiate the freeze pane. Okay, so you can see horizontally is freezed, vertically is also freezed. Okay, you can unfreeze. You can unfreeze by going back to view and clicking on freeze pane. Just click on the unfreeze pane. You can see it, it's no more freeze. So once you click on unfreeze pane and I scroll down now, it has been removed. You see that? So I'll just quickly repeat that. When you want to freeze the pane horizontally and vertically, you would click on where you want to freeze. For example, if I want to freeze two columns, A and B, this time around I will click on C2 because I want to freeze column A and B while also freezing row 1. So I will click on C2. If I go back up and I click on freeze pane, you can see once you do that, you will see there's a thin line that shows. If you are very observant, can you see column A and B are now frozen? Okay, similarly horizontally the two columns are frozen. If it is two rows I want to freeze, then it means, let me unfreeze first. If it's two rows that I want to freeze, then I would click on C3. So it's going to freeze row 1 and 2. Also it will freeze A and B. Okay, I hope you are getting the logic there. I'm repeating it so that it will register very well, so that you really grasp it. So you can see if I scroll down, row 1 and 2 are frozen. When you are dealing with a sheet that involves comparing maybe the first two columns with other data entry, you can do that without stressing yourself. You see, I'm sure you love this. This is beautiful. So I will go back and unfreeze the pane. So similarly, if it is just the rows you want to keep, that is a column heading, then you put your cursor where you want. Just put your cursor where you want, and then you click on the column top row. Click on freeze top row. So only the header will be frozen. The vertical columns won't be frozen. Similarly with freeze first column. Okay, so that's about that. But most times we use the first option, which is freeze pane, to freeze vertical and horizontal. All right, good. That being said, we have come to the end of module 2. Okay, and then we have module 3, 4, and 5. So can we do this 3 tomorrow? If we are doing these 3 modules, because tomorrow is the last class, if we are doing these 3 modules tomorrow, I can assure you that we won't finish the class in 1 hour. We'll have to extend the class by probably an additional hour. So can you give me 2 hours tomorrow, or should I just take additional 20 to 30 minutes now, so that we can attend to module 3, then just start from module 4 tomorrow. Quickly unmute yourself and give me your opinion.
I think we should do it tonight, ma.
Okay, because you are online, you don't know what may happen tomorrow.
Yes, ma.
Yes, do I have people's opinion? Can you give yourself some time, like 30 minutes? Yes, I can see a like. I just need 3 more confirmations to know if to continue or not. If you don't want it, do a thumbs down or you unmute and speak. Okay, good. So I've gotten confirmation. So let's proceed. I can even see that a few more persons are joining the class. So let's proceed. So we will be looking at module 3, data management and sorting. Okay, in this module we would learn how to organize, how to sort and how to filter large data sets. That's what we are going to do. So we are going to learn how to filter, how to search for specific data, and how to replace existing data. All right, so we will still play around this this work we have. We use it. All right, so we want to use the filter. If you say you are good with the use of Excel, you must know how to use the filter
Then it's
tool.
not showing. The
The
send is not showing now.
It's not showing. Okay,
Even
good.
moved it
Let
and
me
said the
reshare.
send the class is moving.
Let me reshare. Stop sharing.
Time has gone now.
Ollie, help me with water, please.
Time has gone. No. You should please allow it. Please, tomorrow you continue.
Hello? Hear me? Can you hear me? I seem to have lost my.
Network is disturbing here. Oh.
Yes, I have lost my connection, so I'm trying to reconnect to my to
Net-
my other device.
Network is disturbing.
I am out. I'm trying to connect on my other device. Okay, I should be back soon. Mm, okay, back. Wait, wait. Okay, can we? Are we there? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Seems my network on my Wi-Fi got exhausted, so I had to connect to my friend's hotspot.
No. Stop saying no.
All right. So we move to class. Please, you can mute yourself now. Mute yourself as we commence the class. Please mute yourself. Chioma, good. Thank you. You should see my spreadsheet now. All right. I'm sure we can see my spreadsheet. Okay, good. I was supposed to change this header to time. We change this header to time because we adjusted that. Okay, it's fine. All right, good. So now what we want to do, we want to bring up our filter. When do you use your filter? You use your filter for um analytics. You use your filter for analytics for specific result. For example, if you are told to look for the salesperson whose name is Peter, you want to see all the products that Peter sells. He's a salesperson. You want to see the product he sells so that you can verify if he's selling a product that isn't his to sell. Okay, so use this for analytics. Or you're an admin officer or HR, you need to update a record of a particular employee. So you can use the filter button to search for that employee record to update it. Though you can also use the find button to do that. Okay, so I'll show you how to do both. So let's start with the filter. So you click anywhere on any column heading, just any column heading, click anywhere. Then on your home tab, go to sort and filter. Go to sort and filter. Click on the drop down arrow, then click on filter. Notice that the drop down tab is displayed. The drop down tab is displayed. So what do we want to search for? We want to see what the salesperson whose name is Peter sells. We want to see all the product he sells. So you can click on this drop down arrow and the list of the names are displayed. The names here now are few, so it's easy for you to just pick a name. Okay, so what I will do is deselect. I'll deselect by unchecking that box and then just selecting only Peter. Then I will click OK. Okay, but in a case where there were many salesperson, I'm looking at a big organization like Dangote. There are many salesperson, or a big organization like GT Bank, where you have the marketing staff cut across different states in the country. So you know that the list is going to be enormous. It's not 5 persons name you will see. So what you do, you use the search option to search for the name. So I will type the name Peter. I wouldn't even finish typing before the name pops up. Okay, so you can see the name pops up. If there were more than one Peters, they will all be displayed. Then when I have them displayed, I click OK. Then I'll go to another column and apply a second filter on that column, maybe their surname, to filter the specific Peter whose name is James, or whose name is Emeka. Okay, so you can apply more than one filter on several columns. So here I'll click OK. So you see the salesperson's record whose name is Peter is displayed. So these are all the items he sells. Okay, rice, beans, yam, etc. These are all the items he sells. All right, I can apply a second filter on the product tab. So I will click on product. I want to see the exact quantity of oil he has sold. So I will click on select all. to deselect the options, then I will tick only on oil. Okay, then click OK. Good. So this gives me, and as I am doing all of this, take note of your tax
I'm not
budget.
seeing. I'm not seeing the spreadsheet.
I'm not seeing anything though. I don't
Were
know what
you
you're
seeing
saying.
before?
I'm not seeing the spreadsheet.
Were you seeing it before?
It
You
was
have to
off
stop.
and on. It was coming and going.
Slow in delivering what you see. Doing all right. Of you are seeing this, and it's very good to I hope we are successful on the video recording today. Okay, so your task that he sells, we can do this. There are 33 rows of oil. So we have these are all the items he sells. If you want to calculate how much he sold for oil, you can use the same method I taught you, total sales. Peters oil sales. So I'll put the answer down here, or this per Peter well. Peters oil sales. So I click on auto shift and control key. Click on the down arrow. It will select all. That means that means total sales of oil that are sold. And so the filter can go on and on. If I click the
Sorry,
fill,
ma, please, I didn't get that.
um,
Sorry, ma, please, I didn't understand that just now.
you can see. Can you see that funnel symbol by the side? It's a funnel symbol by the side.
Yes.
The filter want to run another search. We want to see all the sales that was done in a twenty five. So I will deselect. Of course, about yeah. If I click on the plus again, it opens it up and gives specific day. So if I'm interested in a particular day, if 3rd 2005, would keep opening the cell until I get what I want. Okay, I repeat, so I've collapsed everything. If you click arrow, any of it, okay, but I'm interested in year 2025, it will the options. Don't forget I have deselected because I'm interested in a particular day in a, and I can come to maybe February and arrow. I'm interested in a particular day in the month of February, and that of the sales record 8th of February 2005. So I will click OK. There was only one sales done that who by James. So that means for the whole February, only one person sold. If I am sales manager, I will call all the other employees, find out why they didn't sell that day, because that can help shortment and etc. Let's try another date and see. So I'll go here, filter from date column. That's on to 2028 when we have not reached the gas. So let's take January. Okay, take January, click on the drop down arrow. If you are interested in taking what, okay, so it will give you for the whole month of January, but I'm interested in a particular day. The drop down let's say I'm interested in 7th of January. Click OK. Okay, still only one, and this is done by one person. Okay, so think about these sales that as a project I want to look into. Why are the sales team selling only dots per day? Is it the weather? Is it the location? Or analytics? Let me see the filter first and to see what the sales was in the entire month of. All right. And John decided on a Sunday. Okay, but there are other days. All right, good. So that is about filter, and that's how to use the filter. So you take out time and play around, just come up with scenarios that relates to your job function. Play around it to get to know how it functions. If you are stuck anywhere, do not hesitate to drop a voice shot and I will guide you appropriately. All right. So similarly, we set the filter. I can remove the filter icon because I don't need it for now. Let's look at how to sort or want it alphabetically, we can sort. So for example, I we have here salespersons. The names are not arranged, but of course this sheet is arranged based on dates. Is arranged based on date, so you can see the sequence serial. It's arranged based on date, and probably that is why the date column came first. But in a case where I want the sorting to be based on salesperson, I can do that. Okay, but when sorting, you have to pay attention to ensure that when you sort, all the rows, wait please, leave this place. When you sort, you want to ensure that all the rows belonging to the specific salesperson is moved to wherever the name will be placed on the sheet. Okay, so that you don't mix up data. All right, so to sort, I will click on let's say salesperson. That's my sort criteria. So I will come to sort and filter icon, click on the drop down arrow, and then here I have sort A to Z. Sort A to Z. All right, so I'll click there. Okay, so you can see what happened. It has sorted based on name. So you can see Ada, all A's come first. Ah, Ada is a good salesperson. Ah, then after Ada is James. Okay, this is where I want to use my filter. Let's use your up arrow key. Let me use my filter to see better. So I click on the drop down arrow. Even the filter, we arrange it the way it is now. Let me cancel and show you this again. Control Z, Control Z. This was how it was. Okay, this was how it was. Now, if I click on the filter, the drop down arrow, the names are displayed. Okay, good. They're already sorted. So is the sheet we want to sort now. So we go to sort. You click on the column that you want to sort. You don't need your filter there. Please take note. So I'll click on A to Z, lowest to highest, to automatically expand the selection. Expand the selection. So it has filtered it based on column name. I mean sorted it based on column name. Okay, it's serially arranged. Okay, so that is how to use your sort and your filter. We also have what is called custom sort. When you want to customize the sort, okay, you can see sort by salesperson, sort on what do you want it to sort on the values, which is Ada, James and the rest. If it is based on font color, assuming they had different colors, you can sort based on color and etc. In which order, A to Z. Okay, so I'm okay with this. I just cancel. My sort is okay. The advantage of Office 2010 to Office 360 is that the sort criteria, they've done it in a way that when you sort, it automatically expands the selection. In the days of Office 2003 and Office 2007, when you sort, if you do not specify the criteria using custom sort, Ada Ada's record can go somewhere else and then the sorting will not be balanced. So you must always check a box called expand selection. Of course, Microsoft discovered that a lot of people had error on their spreadsheet, so they have fixed that aspect and they make the sorting automatic. So this is perfectly okay as it is. Okay. All right, let's look at the find and replace button. The find and the replace button. So we want to find. Let's say we want to find, what will we find? Let me say I'm looking for a particular name. I can use, like I told you, you can use your filter to find. Okay? It depends. And then you can use your find button to find. So I am looking for let's say Mary on my sheet. I will go to find. On my home tab, I have find and select. So I'll click on it. I'll click on find. I'll click on find. It says find what? What are you looking for? I'm looking for the name Mary. So I will type Mary. Okay? I'll type Mary. Then I say find. If I say find next, it will find just the first option of Mary. If I say find all, it will look for all Mary. So I want to also know all the Mary. Probably Mary have complained that we did not spell her name properly. Her name is not Mary but Miriam. Her name is not Mary but Miriam. Okay? And so we want to write the name of Mary. So as we have searched Mary, we click on find all. We click on find all. Now when you click on find all, it brings out all the options for Mary, and it's showing me there that it found 246 cells. It found 246 cells. So maybe I want to edit the name, okay, from Mary to Miriam. Okay, so for me to do that, as it has found it, I can just say okay, or I can say replace. I want to replace. That is the goal. So I'll click on replace. Now it says replace with. So I'll write the new name I want to. Take note of your typing because it's case sensitive. So capital M, small letter A-R, Miriam, Y-A-M. I think that is the spelling of Miriam. Huh? I think so. Let's assume. Okay. I think so. All right. So that is the name I want to replace it with. Okay. If I click replace, it will replace only the first option where it finds Mary. But that is not the goal. I want to replace anywhere Mary is found to Miriam. So I'll click on replace all. You can see it tells me all done. We have 246 replacement, and that tallies to what I had on this pop-up, 246 cells found. So I will click OK. Now that is done. Just cancel this pop-up dialog box. Now let's go to our filter and check for Mary again. Click on the salesperson, the filter, drop down. Good. You can see there's no more Mary there. What we have now is Miriam. Okay. What we have now is Miriam. So let me repeat that again. So I will use that to reverse the name back to Mary. When do we use the find and replace button? We use it when we are searching for specific criterias. Okay, we use it when we are looking for specific criterias. Probably an employee came and said, you didn't spell my name well. My name is not Miriam. My name is Mary. So all you need to do is use your find and replace button to find the name Miriam and then replace it with the new name Mary. Okay, so I go to my find and replace button and click on find. What am I looking for? Miriam. You have find all, you have find next. If you click on find next, it will only search for it, the first search once. But if you click on find all, it will look for everywhere you have Miriam. So I'll click on find all, and it's telling me it found 246 cells. Okay, now I want to change the name from Miriam to Mary. So I'll click on replace. Okay, now it says replace with. I will have to type Mary. I'll type Mary. Okay, similarly also I have replace. I have replace all. If you click on replace, it will only click replace the first Miriam it sees. But when you click on replace all, it will click on all the Miriam it found. Okay, let's try it. Let's click on only replace. You see, it will click on the first Miriam it found. You can even see it from the sheet and still see Miriam, because it only change the first Mary it found. So I want it to change all Miriam to Mary. So I'll say replace all. Can see what it's telling me? All done. We made 246 replacement. You remember the first one was alone. That was 246. So now it's telling you 245. Okay, good. So from here, you can even see it that it has changed all back to Mary. I can close this dialog box. All right. So that is how to use the find and the replace button. And that brings us to the end of the class for today. If you have a question, I would like you to ask. For your assignment, you may not have much time between today and tomorrow to do an assignment. However, on the PDF sheet, you can see I have the organize an employee database. You can use it. That was the second spreadsheet I gave you. You can use it to try your hands on, all that you have learned today, and or you can, as we do it on the sales record sheet, the sheet we worked on today, you can just duplicate the sheet, and then, no, don't duplicate, use your class practice to go through the whole work all over again. Okay, use it to go through the whole work all over again, and that will help to enhance your learning. Remember, practice makes perfect. So tomorrow in our next class, we will be looking at how to create charts and how to visualize data, and then we would also look at data security. Please, if you have a question, unmute yourself and ask. Just give few minutes for answering questions before we close the class. Did you enjoy the class?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope you are
Yes,
able
ma'am.
to follow through to the end.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to apologize for the video recording. I really can't do the video recording myself while training, because I'm using a free version of Google Meet. Using a free version of Google Meet, and the free version does not allow for recording. However, one of us here, a friend of mine, is helping me with the recording, but we had some hitches. The first class, there was a lot of people hanging out, knocking on the door, and etc. That also interrupted the recording. So each time I have to go and admit people, come back to the class, I didn't like the video. The video is not presentable. And then some places, there was a freezing, while you hear my voice, but you won't see what I was illustrating. So I didn't feel comfortable sharing such a video. That is why I've not dropped the video on the group. We had a makeup class yesterday, and we did a recording. Yesterday's class was seamless. I didn't even have to emphasize Mute yourself, mute yourself. I didn't need to. The class was sweet, and precisely 1 hour we ended that class. We covered everything. That video was to be like very good to share, but we had um there was no audio, so we are still trying to see how we could put audio on that video. If we succeed, we will share I will share the video, okay? But if not, let's just keep our fingers crossed. Yes, just keep our fingers crossed. Today's class has been recorded, so hopefully we hope that the video turns out excellent. And if it turns out excellent, sure, I would share it with us. Okay, so that is about the reasons why you've not seen the videos drop yet in the group. But I encourage us to join the practicals so that at least you have participated. Then when you are watching the video, it will enhance learning. All right, any question, please? Any have a good night rest. Someone, good morning to those of us who are morning already. Bye. See you tomorrow, 12 noon. 12 noon, please. Thank you.